Tia Ballard.
This is Todd Habercorn.
This is David Vincent.
Hey, this is Sam Whitwer.
This is Phil Lamar.
And you are listening to the Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
And you're listening to Points of Interest Podcast Network.
Keep listening.
Well, hello and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja. And right over there, he's my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
You know, are we ever... Does generic stuff ever run out? Is there do you get so generic that it gets specific again? And therefore we lose our premise for the show.
I mean,
would that ever happen? You think?
What was that saying in the Batman movie? Like, see yourself as the hero before you see yourself as an. What was it?
Live long enough. No, if I don't remember. Oh no, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the era I'm living right now.
So you that means you have to quit then, so that you die a hero and you got to move on to something else.
I mean, I tried. I think I tried
Yes.
I think I tried being a hero, and I realized that good is dumb. So
yeah.
Space.
Well, it's you haven't held out for a hero. That's the issue. You need to hold out for a hero.
You could smell like a hero. Don't you remember that cologne from our childhood?
No, I don't. I didn't know that was a thing.
It was. There was a cologne called Hero. Or, maybe. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's called Hero.
Did it make you smell like Masioka from Heroes?
Good pull. Man, it took me a second there. I was like, wait, who is that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a time guy. He's the time stopper Japanese guy.
Yeah, the main character of the whole show, secretly.
I guess he was, right. Like he was like the mascot for the show. It wasn't even freaking. Oh God, the Petrelli brother that could like absorb powers. Whatever that guy was.
Yeah. Psylocke, the male Psylocke.
Sort of, yeah. It was such a weird show.
We
both liked it, but it was.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was it was X-Men on live action television.
That's true.
Oh
well, I just had to ask because but yeah. Anyway, how's it going, man? How's it been? It's been a week.
It has been a week for sure. Have you ever you gotten yelled at by a crackhead, and while the crackhead's yelling at you, their dentures fall out, and then
sounds very specific.
They throw the dentures at you. Yeah,
that's very specific. That's very, very specific.
That happened to me. That was my welcome to October. Thanks, Push.
I push.
Yeah, that happened to me today. Like not long before I came home.
We didn't talk about spooky season yet, have we? It's spooky season. Is that why
they
threw the dentures at you?
It's a full moon, so things are lining up.
Is today a full moon, really? Oh,
it's damn close if it isn't full already.
Okay.
Yeah, we went right through spooky September and didn't even mention it.
There's not what's spooky about September. Nobody cares about September. September is just the beginning of pumpkin spice latte season. That's all it is.
Okay, but for some it's spooky September.
I guess so.
And for some, Halloween begins July 5th.
I guess. Yeah, sure. July. It's still in the middle of summer. I get, If anything, they're celebrating Christmas in July.
Yeah, but goth girls are celebrating Halloween all year round, and thankfully for them, they do.
Oh, all the goth girls hanging out. I love the goth girls.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll whip you or something.
I mean,
some
I do
people
this
are into
every
that.
year,
but,
though.
you know, what's that?
I did this every year though, but I mean, it's almost the end of the year, man. It's almost 2026. Dude.
No, you can't see. No, you can't
Yeah.
start talking like that already.
It's 3 months away, man.
I know, but it's just because it's we just started the final quarter of the year. We don't have to start talking about that quite yet.
October, November, December always fly so quick. It's just like you blink and it's already, you've had all your days off for the holidays. It's the new year, and then you're like, oh God, I have to work again. And it's like it's just, I don't know, it's tiring. So yeah, I have to bring it up because that's how it feels like. It feels like these 3 months, because of holidays, because of special events, usually, right? It's just gone.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't know. To me, yeah, no, I can't jump on board with that. No, like,
Okay.
I start talking about next year, dink dink, whatever next year is, like the last week of December.
That's when we take our break.
Yeah, and I just start kind of getting into the idea of saying whatever the following year is.
20. At least it's not like in school where you had to, because you have to put the date on all your papers and stuff. I haven't had to, ever since we've gone digital in our world of digital. I don't have to think about like the date anymore because it just fills itself out. Like, it just takes care of itself. 2026.
Push says December is when everybody is off between Christmas and New Year's, especially in the UK and EU. For a lot of people here as well. I think my mom,
but UK and EU give a lot of days off. That's why.
That is very true. That is very true. Yeah. I have to, I think all of December is blacked out. So taking days off isn't a thing.
So weird. Well, it is. For your line of work, it is the busiest time of year.
Yes,
so.
But what else is also weird is that it's 2025, and since we're talking about it, almost 2026, that I still have to call in and actually talk to somebody, and not only do that to submit days off or PTO or whatever, it's still done on paper. I've worked for marijuana companies that did everything digitally. I worked for a company that had a fucking voicemail line that just did voice to text. Sent my boss an email, and I would end as soon as I found out it was a voice to text. Every time I called in, I'd end every call in voicemail and say hamburger at the end of it. So when I came in from my sick day, even quote unquote sick, or actually was sick, they were like, I got your voicemail that you were not coming in the other day. Did you say hamburger at the end of the voicemail? Like, why would I say hamburger if I wasn't feeling well? That's weird. I said, have a good day.
Yeah. I hate to tell you, but hamburger does not sound like have a good day.
Hey, doesn't matter. They weren't smart enough to figure it out.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's
so weird, man.
Hey, my entire life is fucking weird, okay?
Yeah, no, I get you.
We were talking before this, but I've always known that I'm a night owl. But when it's almost 2 a.m. and you're all happy because you've just figured out how to do something in video editing you've been wanting to do for a year, like. It just irritates me that my brain wants to get all creative at midnight, or start a project at midnight instead of I had all day to do it. Why am I starting it now?
Because you're busy during the day. You have stuff.
I'm busy doing what on my days off? I had day off hard, my friend.
Yeah. Well, it took the whole day to kind of formulate the idea and think about it. You know, you're kind of the opposite of the people who like, if you want to solve a problem, you sleep on it because your brain keeps working on it while you're asleep. You, on the other hand, work on it during the day while you're awake, and then right when you're about to sleep, like, gotta do the thing. Gotta do the thing.
To provide some context, I have wanted to put together some videos, but I wanted to do motion tracking within already recorded video, specifically for dash cam stuff. I want to highlight the idiot that's going to be, featured in this clip. I watch, I've seen dash cam videos, and you just have to pay attention to a lot of them, unless it's like a major crash. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, if it's a little minor thing, you might miss it. Unless someone were to provide you, hey, pay attention to this vehicle here, Mm-hmm. And I don't like the whole freeze frame thing. So I just wanted to learn, how to track something in a video.
Right.
So between all the different video editing things that I've tried, I found one that was a little more user-friendly. So I was like, okay, let's figure this out. I figured out how to track an object. I was like, well, I'm happy. I can't figure out how to layer anything on top of that, specifically the target image that I was trying to highlight things with. And late last night, I finally figured it out. And I'm like, oh, holy shit.
Have you tried it? Have you tested it?
Yeah, so what I did was I saved that project and just opened up a new video clip I hadn't looked at. With my camera saves things at like 3-minute intervals. So I have all these 3-minute clips that I've saved and pulled. So I just open a random one and I'm like, oh, well, this particular one has 2 different events in it. In a course of 45 seconds. So I was like, okay, let's make sure this isn't a fluke. It's now 1 a.m. Let's make sure this isn't a fluke. Make sure I've actually learned it. Did I learn this, or did I just stumble upon it? So I go through the things that I had done before, track the object. Okay, it goes through, it does its little tracking thing. Okay, cool. Layer the object, hit play. Holy shit, it's the target is moving across the screen. This is awesome. Okay, now let's go to the second event. 1:45.
Oh God.
1:30. Okay, well, I can't do it in the same clip, so I got to make a new clip. Okay, all right. Now I got to make a new layer. Oh, look at that! I can have the same animation in one clip. One edited clip.
Right.
Like, this is fun. It's 2 a.m. I should probably go to bed.
You're on fire, man. You got to keep going.
Yeah, well, that's what I probably would have done had I not had to actually have a real job.
Oh, yeah.
Where I get yelled at by crackheads.
Stupid real job.
Yeah. So, it's funny because I was talking to people about it at work today. And one of the guys mentioned Fiverr. I was like, I'm very familiar with them. He goes, why don't you just, give it to somebody for them to do it? And I said, that's not satisfying to me.
Right.
Like, what did I learn by making somebody else edit these clips? Nothing. All I'm out is $15, $20, whatever, or more. I would rather save that money and beat myself up for 6 months, not trying to, not being able to figure it out before I can figure it out. It's more satisfying.
You want to feel accomplished. I get it.
Yeah, that's what it is. This whole thing, like editing this shit together. Yes, it's not hard to do.
Yeah.
But like putting in sound effects.
You're gonna do that, really?
Like in post, I used to.
No.
Not only would it take me forever to edit just the podcast, then I would go back through it and put in little sound effects in places, or
Okay, nice.
You know, you had to learn how to do all that stuff. Again, layers and,
Yeah.
you know, that I graduated high school in 95. We still had fucking Apple IIe's.
Come on.
I'm not joking. There were still Apple IIe's in the school.
Yeah, I guess so.
And there was a few, you know, like some sort of Mac, school Mac of some sort, but
Yeah. I'm sure the iMac existed by then. Oh, no, not really. No.
no,
That's not true.
no, not in the school anyway. Those were the colored ones, right? The all-in-one big.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it came a little bit after. A little bit after.
I was gonna say a joke, but I don't think it works.
I mean, that's what this whole podcast is all about.
I was gonna say, you said the colored ones, and I'm like, no, Josh, they're Macs of color. Anyway, moving on. As I derail it with my terrible joke.
No, that's why we're friends. That is why we're friends. Graduated high school in 2003.
Kid.
I interacted with somebody that was born in 2008 last week, and I was like, it's not true. No one was born after 2005.
Yeah, no, God. Gosh, so, yeah, I'm 98. High school graduating class of 98. So, yeah, anyone who graduates or is like entering in the 2000s, that always freaks me out.
I mean, growing up, all I heard about was the class of 2000. The class of 2000. They're going to be so special. The class of 2000.
It's the whole Y2K thing. It's the whole, like everything happened in 2000.
I mean,
everything was...
nobody was really freaking out about the computers in 1995. What was going to happen in
No,
2000.
nobody cared in 1985.
Yeah.
95 had the best. You had Windows 95, considered the best operating system next to Windows 7. So, like, you already had like some of the best software out there. Nobody was worried about anything.
No.
So I watched a video recently, actually.
Because you didn't have to worry about anything. Because if something happened, all you had to do was restart the computer, and it was fixed.
Well, yes. No, but it's weird to me because there was somebody who was interviewing kids in a college. I say kids, and I'm saying college at the same time, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, it still works.
And it was, and it was like about 9/11 and what they knew about it, and it's so weird to think like it's how we thought of the Vietnam War. Like it happened, but we don't know anything about it. Like it happened before, like right before our time, or right when we were kids, or something.
I mean, it's just the way you said it. It happened.
But right, like I don't think about it past that really. And I'm like, oh yeah,
right. No,
Vietnam War happened. I mean, that's where the hippies came from. That's where
it's pretty cool music.
When the Beatles started getting popular, like okay, that's what I know about that. So when they were interviewing these college kids, I'm like, I'm not surprised they don't know anything about like 9/11 because it happened before they were born. Like, why would they care? It was before they were born. Like, it was a huge deal, sure, for us who lived through it, but like for a kid who was born in like 2010 or whatever, no, that'd be too old. 2005. Yeah. Why would they care?
Right. Like it happened.
It's before their time. Yeah. It just happened. Yeah.
Like you read about it in the history book.
Even then, like when we learned about it in history, about again Vietnam War, Korean War, which were fairly recent wars if you think about it, I'm like, okay, it happened.
But well, yeah, I can make that statement. Different time as well, where not everything was fucking recorded. There's a lot of a lot of war footage from Vietnam. I'm not arguing that by any means.
No.
But it's not something that was ever shown in schools.
Right.
Like I don't think I'm going out too far out on a limb to say that when 9/11 happened, it was shown on every high school and elementary school television.
True.
Much to the same as the Challenger to us.
Again, another one where like, what's now, because space travel is no longer really a thing if you're not SpaceX. Like, nobody cares about space travel nowadays. Nobody thinks about space travel.
Yeah, there's some girl that does. That's gonna be like one of the first people on Mars, apparently.
Oh, sure.
Signed up to be one of the first people on Mars.
That's true, because there is there was a sign up for like you want to spend the next 10 years getting ready to go to Mars and then never seeing anyone again. Come join us, because it's going to take you that many years to get to Mars or whatever.
You might not even make it.
Well, yeah, that too.
Because they might figure out some stasis thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean not to get, and last thing I guess too, it's like we didn't even mention it, we didn't even think about it when we were talking about all this stuff. But there was a Gulf War for like a year. Two Gulf Wars. That's true. Yeah, there's two. Well, one after
one, and then the sequel.
Then the sequel, yeah,
ran by the other.
Talk about that.
Well, yeah, one was by Daddy Bush, and the other one was run by Junior.
Yeah,
I know he's not a junior, but still. Wait, was he? No. Yes. No.
Well, they're both George Bushes.
Okay.
And I think he was a junior, yeah.
Okay. See, even my history is fucked up.
We're not taught history. We're not taught accurate history. We're not really. You're just taught the highlights. We're not really. And most of the time, when you took history class, did you really care? Did you really care about what was being taught to you?
No, not until I got to high school. And then I was taught U.S. history by a Canadian, very Canadian, who was a ex-hockey player. Not stereotypical, but he in fact was. So
Luc Robitaille.
No, but I sold Luc Robitaille's cousin a video game one time. But my history teacher explained all of U.S. history via hockey situations. I never missed his class. I did really well in his class.
You like hockey, right? You like hockey.
I do like hockey. But to picture Custer's Last Stand as a 3-on-5 power play made a lot more sense to me.
3-on-5 power play.
I was like, I get it now.
That's so yeah, I guess.
So check this out. This is crazy. This just fucking popped into my brain hole here. Later in life, after high school, I decided to. Apparently, I like teaching myself things because I don't like being taught. But I taught myself how to be a shitty hockey goalie. So there's a few ways to be a hockey goalie, and it's either you stand up and do it, everything standing basically, or on your knees, or you do the butterfly, which is more flamboyant looking. You see most hockey goalies, that's how they play.
Oh yeah. Because they have the giant gloves. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I buy this fucking VHS tape of how to be a hockey goalie. So there's some instructor, and he brings in a hockey goalie to shoot pucks against. There's my fucking history teacher. I'm like, holy shit, this is so weird. Now I'm being taught how to play hockey by that guy that taught me how to learn history by hockey.
Man, I never had cool teachers like that. Man, no? I missed out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I went to a kind of cool school. There were a couple teachers that had relations with kids, but it was cool in the 90s because.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
it was not a big deal.
Often encouraged by like 80s and 90s,
Music.
John Hughes films. So yeah.
Yeah, and music. That Cat Scratch
Music,
Fever
yeah.
guy. Marrying 14-year-olds and shit.
Hey, again, the French president's wife was a teacher who seduced him at 15, and then they got married. So, whatevs.
Nice. The 18-year-old trainee that I have right now somehow landed himself a 30-something-year-old recently. Yeah.
Wow, dating is tough if the age gap is getting bigger and bigger, man.
Right? I mean,
Yeesh.
yeah. I mean, I can't say anything, so.
It's really interesting that it's the other way around, where it's the guy that's the
Right,
kid,
right.
and the girl is like, yeah.
But I mean, you're seeing that more. This whole teacher-student thing, you're not seeing as many males. You're only seeing females getting busted nowadays.
Lately. It's like, yeah, it's got rules have been reversed for some weird reason.
Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some fucking icky ass fucking dudes out there, but it's not being highlighted as much. That's for sure.
Well, I have a theory to this. Because dudes don't want to be like even painted with the same brush as those, perverts out there who do actually do that kind of thing. A lot of dudes don't apply to be teachers. Most teachers are still female. So if you get enough of them in there, eventually you're going to get the pervy female teacher who wants to, sleep with the high school football team, right? Like it's going to happen.
Right. I think it has.
I'm sure it has at some point, yeah.
And it's like the punter on the team that, got to go last that,
Sad.
this is the one that snitched.
Oh, right.
Or like the ball boy or something like that, the water
towel
boy.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The jockstrap guy or something. Like somebody who didn't, that's not an actual football player that, but is on the team.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Can't argue that. Can't argue that logic.
I'm sure that's how it goes.
Yeah,
'Cause, I mean,
I'm with you.
I was a super loser. I still am. But there was no chance of me whatsoever landing anything in high school, much less a teacher. But if I think I did, I'd be bragging about that shit everywhere. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut about it.
Kind of wouldn't blame you, really.
Like, how's your homework going? Pretty great. I don't have to do any.
Oh, yeah.
I just got to put in some work.
Jeez. Yeah, it's so weird to think about, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, hormones are a horrible thing to have to put and go through your system.
True.
I mean, it sucks even as a 48-year-old still.
It never goes away, man. That's the thing
No.
about dudes. That's the thing that doesn't go away.
You just got to
I mean, look at
control
Hugh-
it. You just have to control your dudism.
I mean, think about Hugh Hefner, right? Into his 90s, he was still like laying the pipe, so to speak. So like he was still out
Don't
there.
ever say that and Hugh Hefner in the same fucking sentence ever again.
You know he was though. He would take 5 Viagra and then go meet his little bunnies, and then he got married before he died. He was married to one of his playmates or whatever.
I've
before he
also
died.
heard horrible stories about how he was, he was into weird shit and making girls do weird shit.
Well, when you're that age, at some point you get senile, and you ask to be, and you're in diapers. You're already in diapers anyway, so you're like, treat me like a baby.
I think some rock star was talking about how like you have a groupie, and then then you have 2, and then 2's not enough, and then 3, and then that's not enough, so you gotta include a surfboard and fog machine, and next thing you know, there's it's just it just goes out of control. Yeah, I don't have that problem. I never had groupie problems.
What? No. And even if you did have a groovy problem, right? Like, it's up to you. Like, you have power over that, I guess. But you know what though? No, I get it, right? If someone's fawning over you, it's kind of hard to be like, no, step back. No, I don't want to take advantage of you, you know. Especially for Star, like, yeah, okay, I'm 50, you're 25, come on over,
Now, we'll use the word you just used lightly in the next thing here, but you said Star. But
Yeah.
I be watching a lot of old wrestling right now, 30-year-old wrestling.
Sure, yeah.
There's a lot of use your words. The audience of wrestling has drastically changed over 30
Yes.
years. 30 years ago, it was still, the arena was still full of grandmas and children. Like old people taking their grandchildren and just a lot of kids, teenagers. And there's a lot of babyface wrestlers kissing and hugging and flaunting, and I just made that word up. I think it meant to say flaunting, and hip gyrating in front of people aged inappropriately that they shouldn't be probably doing it to. But not saying it's okay, it's just a different time. But it's like, oh wow, I just watched that wrestler kiss like 3 different teenagers on the face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know nothing about wrestling, so yeah.
That probably would happen, But, you look at wrestling crowds today, there's no grandmas. There's no old people.
No.
One of the one of my favorite things as a kid was watching the plant in the crowd that was an old lady that would, slap Hogan or something.
Well, the thing is now the current day crowd are all those kids from the 80s are now adults,
Mm-hmm.
And now they're the ones filling up the crowds because they grew up with televised wrestling.
Do you remember when we were at that incredibly hot, steamy ass bar in downtown San Diego that had all the fishing tackle for the condiments and
You mean the trailer park?
That's what it was called. Trailer Park After Dark. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Remember they had all those wrestling, all the TVs with wrestling on it, and how it
All classic wrestling.
It captivated the entire bar at one point.
Yes.
Half of those people probably didn't even watch wrestling, but it was on there, so they're like, "Holy shit, this is fun to watch."
Yeah, I mean it's well, especially if it's the only thing you're going to put on their TVs. By the way.
Okay, fair, but win in Rome maybe was the attitude, or win in Oildale.
I mean, sure, yeah, but no, I mean, wrestling is compelling to watch back in the day, even now, right? Like, if it's on the screen, you're gonna watch it. You're not gonna go put out your phone because there's something happening on the screen that's way more interesting, usually. So, like, yeah, of course you're gonna watch.
I mean,
Same with USD, same with stuff like that. Yeah.
I got hiccups. Modern wrestling, I'm gonna sit down and watch. But this 30-year-old stuff, it's kind of like it's background noise. When something interesting is happening, I'll stop. Like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, but I do that with a lot of classic TV. It's just kind of background noise while I do other things like edit this together, or figure out how to do video editing, or figure out how to mod GTA further and not break it, and then fuck it up and have to re-download it.
Hey, I get it. I have I have new background videos too. So yeah, I get it. Like I but it's mostly YouTube. I don't use classic wrestling as my background, but yeah, just YouTube. Yeah. So I get it. It's really compelling to just like have something that you're familiar with. It's like your comfort food. Oh yes.
How many people do you might even do it yourself, that need something to watch before they'll eat something? They go through the process of making their food, then they sit there and doom scroll to find something to watch. Like, oh, now I found something to watch. Now I'm going to eat my food.
I mean, I've been doing it since I was a kid.
I was like,
My family's.
Do you feel attacked?
No. Like my family, when we were children,
Mhm.
growing up, on the weekends when we were actually having meal together, you'd put on the 12 o'clock I Love Lucy in the local Fox affiliate, and it would be 2 episodes of I Love Lucy, and we would eat during both episodes of I Love Lucy. That's how I got it. How my family, well, not my mom has always liked it, but like my sister and I, that's how we got into it. So we'd watch it during lunch, and that started as a child. And nowadays, I will, have my food. I'll have it prepared. I'll put it in front of me before I can even put a fork into the meat or into the rice or whatever. Click, 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 click. Okay, I'm watching this YouTube video. It's about 20 minutes. Perfect. Just eat away while I'm watching this 20-minute video of someone eating or someone, doing whatever. Yeah.
Mm.
You do it. Come on. You do it.
Yeah, but not what I made the audible comment to was just watching somebody eat. That's still that one's still hard for me to watch. There's a couple English guys.
The Jolly Guys. Is it the Jolly Guys? I just recently started watching them.
They're entertaining as fuck. But I don't
and they
like
get celebrities.
Sure, but they're entertaining. I like, before the celebrity stuff. They're just funny together. They're clearly best friends. But it's still I don't like watching people eat. But if you can make it entertaining, I'll put up with it.
The only thing that bothers me about them, because again, I just started watching, not with celebrities. It's like them eating Little Caesars for the first time, or eating, whatever for the first time, stuff like that. Usually American food.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll share from the same. They'll eat from the same place that the other guy bit, and I'm like, dude, come on.
Have you seen them, Lady and the Trampet yet?
I haven't.
Oh, wait till you do. Because Josh.
And I know.
Wait, Josh, Ollie. Which one's Josh? Ollie is always trying to get Josh to Lady and the Tramp something, and Josh is always so opposed to it.
And they both talk about their wives.
Mm-hmm.
They both have wives, and I'm like,
wives and kids? Yep.
Yeah. I'm like,
the Josh guy is married to a Korean lady.
Oh, nice.
They have a second channel called the English Korean Englishman.
Mm-hmm.
The one guy, Josh, grew up in Korea, in South Korea.
Oh, that's crazy. That's cool though. I like that.
He's fucking fluent. Entertaining. They're just fucking jerking these guys off.
Yeah, Jolly. Well, because they've been around for a while,
a long while.
Like, I knew about them when they were like at home feeding their grandfather stuff. Like him and their dad or whatever would eat stuff on camera, or they would, like, the grandfather would eat with them. But it was it was family. It was just like they would eat in the kitchen, and that's what they did. And then they started traveling the world to do this stuff. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, see, we need to figure out what the niche is, man. We need to figure it out.
To figure out
we don't really need to figure it out because I'm having fun just being myself. But I would love to go to Hawaii and hang out with Jason Momoa and have him grab me by the back of my neck.
Well, I mean, again, we can't be generic then. You have to have a gimmick.
Right. Well,
that's the thing.
That is the gimmick.
Generic is not a gimmick. Generic is not a gimmick.
Hey, it worked in the grocery store for fucking years before they just became store brand.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. But no, unfortunately, generic is unfortunately, at least in podcasting or streaming terms.
No, I know.
Yeah, you need more. Like there's a guy who streams. I'll tell you the food things. 3 food things I'm currently watching. Jolly. This hot dog guy out of South Pennsylvania. He has a hot dog cart that he and his wife serve hot dogs out of.
Probably have seen it in my algorithm.
Which is funny because we always get the same algorithm for some stuff. It's really weird. Like Steve 1989. But So I watched this guy who really, it's just a 20-minute video of him selling, like, it's almost ASMR where he just like puts together the hot dogs for the people in his line. And then the third guy is Beard Meets Food. And that's the other guy I watch, who is just a British dude who used to be a competitive eater, and now he just travels around the world doing food challenges in different parts of the country, or parts of the world, really. He just goes around the world doing food challenges. And that's his thing. Once a week, does a food challenge. So, yeah.
Never got into that food challenge thing other than like the Nathan's hot dog.
He was a Nathan's hot dog guy. Yeah. He was
So like I knew some of the names. Like Kobayashi was the only guy I can tell you off the top of my head nowadays.
Who's retired?
I was gonna say that. How long ago was he the last competing? There's a guy who used to do food stuff. Well, I mean, he does a lot of just goofy ass shit. But the LA Beast,
Right.
who lives in
LA.
Who lives in Pennsylvania? Look at how this is all tying together.
Yep.
I don't know why he still calls himself the LA Beast if he lives in Pennsylvania, but that's aside from New Jersey, I guess. But that's aside from the fact. But like he does, like he'll open up baseball cards to try and find a rookie card, or the one guy that had the baseball card that said "fuck you" on the bottom of the butt of the bat, and it still got printed, but it's worth lots of money. But he was like one of the dudes that got the Crystal Pepsi to come back.
Oh, jeez.
Back in the day.
I think you mentioned this guy. Yeah, I remember this.
But it's just watching food consumption it's weird to me. So I like the MRE dude. You're not watching him consume it most of the time.
No, it's mostly
He's just
him
kind of
like,
just describing it, and I'm okay with that because you're not hearing him chew and anything like that.
he rarely puts the camera to him eating. It's usually like, hey, it smells this way, the texture's this. He'll describe the flavor, but you don't hear him go, oh yeah.
Right.
He usually fast forwards through that stuff.
Hey, I'm some kind of an Asian, and come with me to a ramen joint.
There's too many of those. There's too many of those.
I know. That's why I just said it that way. But I'm just saying, there's all these different videos in channels that are out there that are like that.
Dancing Bacons and all that stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. I've seen that one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. I want to see what a Japanese restaurant looks like. Oh, okay. It's kind of what I figured it looked like.
Yeah.
Oh, check out this weird place where they're selling what looks to be like a giant gummy bear, but it's all foam or something, like some sort of sushi or something. Like I like to see that kind of stuff, but watching somebody consume food is weird.
Well, here's the thing. I'm kind of worried that I like this stuff because it's really just like, I think the term is brain rot. Because there's nothing of value in like the hot dog guy video, other than he's a nice guy and he's very friendly and like whatever.
I like hot dogs.
You like what?
I like hot dogs.
I do too. I love hot dogs, but like, okay, there's this other one, this one channel that YouTube keeps trying to get me to watch with their shorts. It's this guy who makes kettle corn, like he makes kettle corn at like festivals or whatever, and it's just him making the kettle corn, and I'm like. He streams it and is popular, but it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. He does the same thing every time. Pours the popcorn in. It's always a different video though. Pours the popcorn in, lets it cook, puts the sugar in. The same thing, same 5 steps over and over again. And I'm like, why am I watching this? Why am I giving this any attention? And then it makes me wonder, like, why aren't people using us for brain rot? It's not like we have anything like mind-blowing to say.
I've said it from the beginning. I'm not bringing any fucking value to this.
Neither of us are giving any value to this show yet. You'd think that would be like the key to getting 1 million viewers, is because, hey, we offer nothing, just like these other shows.
See, what we need to do is Oh, I want to make a joke, but I can't think of who the person is. King Midas or something like that. Is that right?
Well, King Midas was the one who anything he touched turned into gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. We have a friend, Queen Midas, that everything she touches fucking turns to gold. What we need to do is figure out a way to, incorporate her.
What?
And then we get all the opportunities in the world.
Well, here's the thing. The videos so there's 3 types of videos that work. Usually. So if you're a woman, it doesn't matter. Usually it works for you for the most part. So there's some women who just don't have a personality or whatever where it doesn't work. But if you're a woman, for the most part, you're going to get an audience. Even if you're a VTuber, you'll get an audience. For guys, you either have to be doing something very specific, like food challenges, like making popcorn, like this other guy who he's a very generous Pokemon card vendor. That's his thing. Or you have to be really really opinionated, whether controversial or not doesn't really matter. You just have to be opinionated about stuff. And we're none of those things.
No, not
I'm
really.
not really
No,
opinionated. I don't care.
I mean, I am about a few things, but nothing that isn't vaguely important to anybody's lives.
No, there's nothing. I'm not going to say anything controversial. I'm not going to say anything political because I don't care. I'm not going to say any of this stuff. I'm just going to just chill and do whatever. So but yeah, that's I think about all the YouTube videos that I get shown, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know why this is entertaining, but boy, am I getting nothing out of it other than it's interesting. It's fun to watch. I'm not learning anything. I'm not gaining any new skills. I'm just watching to watch.
I mean, I have definitely learned some shit watching YouTube videos. Whether it be, it's not how to change the light bulb. I know how to change the light bulb. How to get to that light bulb, say, underneath a car. I wouldn't know how to fucking get to it unless I saw a video that showed me exactly what bolts to unscrew and what to, where to reach in from. Oh, okay. The little bit of help I got from a video, from the motion tracking thing for the video editing, it taught me how to track. Well, it helped teach me how to track. It didn't tell me how to layer anything. Mm-hmm. There's definitely stuff that you can learn, for sure. I'm not arguing that by any means. But when I'm going through and it's here's some videos that are new to you, and I see anything that's 9:58, 10:02,
yeah,
10:05, I just skip right over those because those are fucking bullshit videos of someone that they edited them long enough to be 10 minutes so they can get fucking paid.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, because and for anyone's there's
then you watch those videos and there's 10-second transition cards. Clearly you're stretching this. You have 5 minutes of content here and you're stretching this to 10 minutes so you can get paid.
And I guess 10 minutes is no. A lot of people do shorter videos, so I don't know if 10 minutes is the.
Well, I think 10 minutes is there's some sort of algorithm in 10 minutes.
It must be ads. It has to be.
I think it is. I think it is ad related. No,
maybe I don't know. You get the most ads at 10. Maybe you get a beginning, a middle, and an end one. Maybe for 10 minutes. I don't know, but. And it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not, because I find it entertaining, and anything that entertains you is worth watching. Yes. I guess.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So it's not like I'm just saying
the tone is more of I'm just trying to figure out where it went from watching Alf, and for whatever Rescue 911, I can't think of anything right now, to I'm gonna watch people play GTA Cops and Robbers in a RP server.
I mean,
and I'm being completely and totally entertained by this.
I mean, Rockstar did buy like that one group, like that professional RP group or whatever, or RP something. Like they like are all in on the role playing in GT. Like they're all in now. So because it's been big. I mean, people still watch that stuff. Like it's still big.
It's weird to, especially us aged people where yes, we watched our friends play video games, waiting for our turn to then play. And then when people started doing those Let's Plays and whatnot, I'm like, and kids were not even buying the game and just watching someone else play it. I'm like, what kind of fun is that? But then there I was for 2 years watching people play RP servers and me having the ability to do it, but not, having the knowledge of how to do it.
My one argument on RP servers and RP is that it's like a soap opera or it's like a TV show. Like there's a plot, usually a loose plot or whatever, but there's characters, there's interactions. When you're just watching someone play, that does kind of like, unless it's like a story-driven game and you're like, I don't have time to play a story-driven game. I'll watch it in the background. Like, I'll consume this game third person by watching this person play. I get that. But it's like the people who play like Street Fighter. Okay. Or Call of Duty. It's like, okay.
There's some sort of European dude. I don't know. I don't claim to figure out where his accent is from. But his channel's Gopher, like the animal. And he plays Skyrim. But the way he does it, he is the character. And he has a companion, and he talks to the companion. I mean, it's not like some sort of crazy mod, but the companion will say something, and he'll respond like his character, quote unquote, would. Or just how he develops the story. His character story makes it entertaining, and his accent is great. So, like, you just want to listen to him talk anyway. But yeah, it's just weird. Like, I don't own a motorcycle yet. I watch a couple people that fix motorcycles or ride them. It'd be fun to own a motorcycle, but I don't have like any real desire for it.
Yeah, another speaking of the motorcycles, another algorithm that YouTube seems to keep showing me is this guy. It's vehicle related, but all he does is for free fix people's cars. He'll drive around it's kind of like the lawn mowing guy that like he goes around the town and he'll mow your lawn for free because it looks like shit. Yeah, and he gets views. People will watch him mow a lawn or like power wash a driveway, and I'm like,
but I can't wrap my head around even the power washing video game. I'm like, I can't.
Well,
mowing a lawn, sure, I can. There's a story you could tell, but power washing, nah.
Well, in the power washing game, though, apparently there's a story to it, where like there's aliens and there's like all that stuff. So there's a little bit of story to the power washing game
that you get to uncover.
Yeah, it plays out. Yeah. But yeah, like I don't. Some of them I'm just like, okay, I was fed re-asphalt. Somebody put asphalt on a driveway. Or there's another one.
Dude, that's hella interesting. What are you talking about?
It's just that. Well, it's kind of satisfying to see it smooth out and to be like, uniform and blah blah blah.
At one of the locations that I work at, they were repaving the front entryway, like the entryway that you walk into.
Yeah.
And instead of doing my job for 45 minutes, I watched a whole bunch of people prepare the machine to then lay the asphalt down.
Maybe it's fun live.
Maybe.
He's just fun to watch live.
I did this when I lived in Oregon for a little while. It was in a brand new neighborhood. Like we were one of the very first people to move into this neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And just beyond the back fence was another part of the neighborhood that was still dirt and being leveled and developed. And I would sit there instead of doing my homework, watch just these belly scraping machines just come by and just take, yards of dirt away at a time. And they'd be hooked up to, bumper to bumper, just pulling and pushing each other through the dirt. And I'd be like, this is so awesome to watch. Yeah. I don't even know what they're doing. I mean, I know what they're doing, but I have no idea what they're doing. And it's fun as shit to watch this.
No, I guess I find myself watching. Wow, this is how much YouTube I watch while I do other stuff. I watch a lot of YouTube in the background for things. Oh my God.
I mean, you might as well, because there's nothing on quote unquote TV anymore.
Yeah, there's this guy who and a lot of them are just shorts, but this guy will buy Goodwill furniture for $5, and then he'll repaint and sand it down and blah 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 and make it a $500 piece of furniture and whatever. And that's interesting. That's fascinating. Yeah, I guess what it is that it's stuff that we don't live in our own lives that we can see other people do.
Yes.
It's okay,
and you get it gets good to you for a second, and you start to go, "Oh fuck, I can do that."
No, I never think that. I'm glad you do. I never think that.
Oh, I totally think about stuff like that. I'm like, fuck, I could do that. Why? I'm too lazy.
Same.
Or I could do that, but I don't have a garage.
Yeah. So I get it, though. I get it. Again, this isn't a complaint more than it is just
it's interesting. It's interesting to see what interesting things are out there.
I think it's more, to me, it's interesting that hundreds of thousands of people will subscribe to a channel of an Uber bicyclist in New York City just doing his job. That's all he does. Oh, okay. Last one. Really last one. There's this guy called Ari at Home. He has a full DJ beat setup that he wears on a backpack, and he goes around New York City getting people doing beats on the fly, because he's one of those people who can just listen to music and know how a beat goes or whatever. Mm-hmm. So he'll just do these beats, and he'll just go around New York giving them a mic, and people will either sing or rap or whatever, and that's all the video is. It's just him giving the mic to random people, and everyone being a talented rapper to some degree, just being incredibly talented. And it's wow. That, it's is there any nutritional value from that? It depends, but it's very entertaining. It's so entertaining to watch just random people who look like the random nerdy white guy going up to the mic and being like, "Yo, Rob," and just start spitting rhymes back and all over the place. So
there's a lot of hidden talent out there.
There is. Yeah.
I think it's just that it's different, that it's not just, here's a half hour of a bunch of people being fake together.
Yeah.
Here's the same television show you just watched on the other station. It's the same. It's not called Friends. It's called Enemies, but it's the same show. It's got all the same characters. I don't even know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
watched when I did have standard cable. I watched more Discovery and infotainment type stuff than I did sitcoms and the news and shit like that.
Sitcoms exist. I didn't know there's a new season of Law and Order that I didn't know existed.
Law and Order has been on since before I was born, I'm pretty sure, at this point.
It was canceled for a good almost 10 years, I think, before they rebooted it again or brought it back on. So yeah, it's there's dips but anyway, I'm just saying, like, I don't know what TV's out there. I have no idea what TV's out there.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even, my Xbox can still kind of access over the air television channels. I mean, that they don't even support it anymore. It just happens to work.
Yeah.
And I'm too lazy to unplug the damn thing and just plug the cable into the back of my TV and probably get better channel reception, I bet. But I get on there and there's something coming on in a couple minutes. I'll wait for it to come on, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like, if it isn't a classic television show, a classic movie, then I don't really know what the hell it is. Because
Same.
Yeah, it's just weird television choices have just changed. Like, I go to my mom's house and there's pretty much cartoons on any time of the day.
Nice.
Okay. And it's awesome. I'm not complaining by any means. It's fucking cool that you could have cartoons on any time of the, like, you know, classic cartoons, not
Right.
like with classic hand-drawn animation.
Right. Yeah.
Even if some of them are edited.
I don't even know what modern cartoons are now. Like, I don't know if there's any modern cartoons. Like, I have no idea.
I mean, I think pretty much everything is just, it's all computer animation stuff now.
Sure. I mean, they're still considered a
Yeah, it's still considered.
Though,
yeah, it's still considered a cartoon, quote unquote. Dink dink. But I mean, it's animation. But a cartoon, the characters might be drawn by a cartoonist, but yeah, I think it's more animation.
Sure.
And why would you watch that when you watch this person that looks like Bluey, you know, doing something? I don't know what VTubers fucking do.
Not important.
No. But what is important is for me to get some sleep. So we're done. It was a light docket this week anyway. So
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back again next week for another fun time on the same bat channel, same bat time, or around that time. Francis, where can people find you on the internets if they wanted to do so?
Your one-stop shop for all me. Linktree.com/AKA the other guy. Just one place, one shop for books, other places I do stuff, just right there for your, and all my social medias there too. So
It's all right there. It's all right there. The same kind of situation for myself. Finally, as we were talking about before, I don't like to be taught things, apparently. I like to learn it on my own, and I had to learn Linktree on my own. Where to find it on the World Wide Web. You had to find a single tree linked to the World Wide Web.
Yes.
It was difficult, but I found it. And you could go to the 303 Ninja at Linktree. What is it? Linktree.com/303ninja. To find everything that I'm into, all my social media stuff, plus all the points of interest stuff, pictures and video channels, and this. If you didn't know where you found this, you could find it there on the Linktree. Guess what I didn't do last week, Francis?
Not do.
Edit this song down.
It's all right. I mean, you know, you can fade it. Can't you fade it?
Yeah, I can. So we're gonna practice. We're not gonna practice. We're just gonna exit out, and we're gonna fade out as we do it. I wish I could fade out on the video as well. That'd be fresh, but we can't. So, all right, ready? We're done. Ready? Say goodbye.
Bye.
I didn't hit stop yet. Now I'm going to.